There are stories that begin with a crime, and then there are crimes that begin with a story. This one starts in fire, on a ship at night, with 27 dead men, and one lie so perfect it rewrote reality itself. Welcome back. If you love films where every line matters, every glance hides a secret, and the truth is buried under layers of smoke and mirrors, you're in the right place. Today, The Usual Suspects, a masterclass in deception, crowned by one of cinema's greatest twists. Stick around, because by the end of this recap, you won't just know what happened, you'll question everything you thought you saw. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Did you catch the clues the first time, or did Kaiser Söze fool you too? Now, let's begin. A fire burns on a ship at night. Gasoline snakes across the deck like a serpent made of fumes. Dean Keaton, bleeding, broken, calm, lights a cigarette with a trembling hand. A match flares. Flames race towards stacked oil drums. Then, footsteps. A man steps into view. We never see his face, but Keaton does. And in that moment, he knows. This isn't justice. This is reckoning. A gunshot cracks the night. Keaton slumps. The ship explodes. 27 men die. And from the ashes, a story is born. 6 weeks earlier, New York City. A truck full of illegal gun parts vanishes near Queens. No witnesses, just one voice heard by mistake. The NYPD rounds up 5 names. Not suspects, not even connected, just bodies to lean on. First, Michael McManus. Cocky, brilliant, loves taunting cops like it's sport. Dragged from bed naked, laughing as they cuff him. Next, Todd Hockney, explosives expert, temper like napalm. Arrested in his garage, wiping grease off his brow like he's bored. Then, Fred Fenster, nervous, chatty, runs at the sight of a brown sedan. He doesn't get far. They box him in like rats in a maze. After that, Dean Keaton, ex-cop, ex-con, trying to go legit. Caught mid-meeting with investors and his lawyer lover, Edie Finneran. His dream of a clean life shattered before dessert. And finally, Roger Verbal Kint. Small, disabled, talks too much. A nobody in the world of monsters. 5 criminals, 1 lineup. It makes no sense. And that's the point, because someone wanted them together. Locked in a holding cell, egos clash like caged animals. McManus brags, Hockney threatens, Fenster sweats. Keaton stays silent, detached, haunted. Only Verbal watches, listens, absorbs. Keaton sees the truth first. This arrest wasn't about the guns, it was politics. Customs needed answers, NYPD gave us. But here's what the cops didn't know. Criminals don't bond in fear, they bond in anger. So McManus proposes a score, $3 million, clean, simple. Target, New York's finest taxi service, a ring of corrupt cops smuggling emeralds out of South America. Keaton refuses. He's done. He has Edie, a future. But Verbal visits him anyway. Soft-spoken, desperate. They won't take me unless you come, he says, and they'll never let you go clean. Reluctantly, Keaton agrees, not as a thief, just a driver. The heist is surgical. No civilians hurt, just crooked cops stripped bare in front of cameras Keaton tipped off himself. The city erupts, dozens of officers indicted, and the 5 vanish, flush with emeralds, heading west. But in Los Angeles, their luck curdles. Their fence, Redfoot, laughs in their faces. The emeralds, stolen cargo, worthless.
Verbal tells the legend like campfire horror, a Turkish criminal so ruthless he murdered his own family rather than let extortionists use them against him, then vanished, leaving only fear behind. Some say he's dead, some say he never existed, but everyone believes in him because belief is power. Soon, a man named Kobayashi appears, polished, chilling, speaking for Söze himself. He lays out their sins like playing cards, every theft, every alias, every loved one they've ever had. You stole from Söze, he says. Now you repay your debt. The job? Stop an Argentinian drug deal, burn the cargo, survive if you can. but Fenster bolts, and within hours, his bullet-riddled body washes up on a beach. McManus buries him with bare hands in the sand. No words, just rage. They try to kill Kobayashi, fail, because he holds Edie hostage. They have no choice. They walk into hell. Night falls on San Pedro Harbor. The ship looms like a tomb. Keaton leads. McManus snipes from above. Hockney plants bombs. Verbal, left behind. If we don't make it, Keaton says, take the money, find Edie, tell her I tried. Chaos erupts. Gunfire, explosions, blood on steel. Hockney finds the van, stacked with cash, not coke. He smiles, then dies with a bullet through his skull. McManus storms the deck screaming like a demon, only to collapse, a pipe driven through his neck. Keaton survives long enough to reach the hold. Empty, no drugs, just lies. He staggers onto the deck, broken, betrayed, and there he sees him, the man in the suit. Calm, silent, familiar. They speak. Keaton spits the name like poison. Keezer. A gunshot. Keaton falls. Gasoline ignites. The ship becomes an inferno. Only two survive, a Hungarian in a coma and verbal Kint, bruised, limping, whispering his confession to the DA. Full immunity for telling the truth, or so they think. Enter Agent Dave Cujon, Customs, sharp, obsessed with Keaton. He interrogates Verbal in a cluttered office, convinced Keaton faked his death again. Verbal sticks to his story. Keaton was the mastermind, Söze was real, the ship was hell. But then, news from the hospital. The Hungarian survivor wakes, screams one name, Keezer Söze. As Verbal limps out of the station, something changes. His limp fades. His posture straightens. His twisted hand flexes, smooth, precise, as he lights a cigarette with a gold antique lighter. A car pulls up. Verbal gets in. The driver, Kobayashi. Gone. Back in the office, Cujon stares at the bulletin board. Random objects, coffee mug, fax paper, wall signs. Then he sees it. Every detail in Verbal's story was pulled from this room. Quartet, Skokie, Illinois, Bricks Marlin, Kobayashi Porcelain. Verbal didn't remember the story. He invented it. Cujon sprints outside, but the street is empty. Somewhere, a man who called himself Verbal Kint is driving away as Kaiser Söze, because the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. And just like that, he's gone. The Usual Suspects isn't just a twist, it's a mirror. It asks, how easily do we believe the stories we're told? How blind are we to the truth hiding in plain sight? Christopher McQuarrie's script is a labyrinth of misdirection. Every line, every prop, every throwaway name, a brick in the illusion. And Kevin Spacey didn't just play Verbal, he played all of us, watching, trusting, fooled until the final frame. If this recap made you want to rewatch the film, and you should, smash that like button. It helps more viewers discover deep dives like this. Subscribe for more frame-by-frame breakdowns of cinema's smartest thrillers. And in the comments, tell me, when did you realize the truth? Or better yet, do you still wonder if Söze is really gone? Until next time, keep your eyes open and never trust a story told too perfectly.